Welcome back to my seedy, dark lit office in the back of the scruffy Womp Rat Cantina. My neon signs are fading. It just says Canina. There's no T. We can't afford to fix that. This week we're back on Cole's Community Corner. This is the series where I want to interview people, see what they think about the SWU game going on right now, just what's going on with the game, what the community's like, and what their hopes are for the future. This week I have a good friend of ours from Waterloo Games, Andrew. Andrew, welcome.
Thank you. Pleasure to be here.
Welcome, welcome. Well, thank you for coming. It's our pleasure to have you here. So Andrew is a great guy. Love playing games with this guy. And I don't use this word offensively. He's more of a casual player. He's not really into the store showdown kind of stuff. Like he is if he's
Yes.
available, but not like grinding games on Carabast all day long. In fact, he can tell you about his favorite leader, which will surprise many people. I figured I wanted to have someone a little bit more casual this week to kind of get their perspective and vibes on the game because I've had a lot more competitive people lately. Andrew, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. And for those of you who want to know how casual I am, I ran the same deck for like 4 months.
I mean, I was impressed by your stick to itiveness and your attempt to try different things. Um, I got lucky. I started off early with Rex, which was very bad early on before Unity of Purpose. I got lucky and I just kind of got
Oh,
that little keystone piece that made my deck go from like a B to an S. You did not get lucky. They did not do that with Dooku.
nope.
There is not a
Nope.
Dooku
They
card that
completely
goes
forgot.
boom.
They were like, oh, exploit.
Dude,
That was our game, right?
I think exploit and coordinate they realized were just so bad at a certain point. They were like, we just let's just let this die and forget about it. What are you gonna do?
There's potential. There was potential. It's
There
just
was.
a fine line between absolute garbage and being broken.
This is very true. So, first question for you: when did you first get into Star Wars Unlimited?
So I actually found out at the start of set two. I was kind of like looking around, getting interested. Went to Waterloo, picked up, I think the first uh, drop deck, like the battle decks, and I was like, oh yeah, let me try these out. Had one of my friends come by, play with me, and while we were there, they're like, oh hey, the most recent set just dropped too, and I was like, all right, let's buy those too.
Yeah, I remember. I think we met probably a couple weeks into me playing. I had also just gotten right into it around Shadows.
Shadows was good. Shadows was good.
I looking back, we didn't know how easy it was. Like we didn't know how slight the card pool. Now that I have to have so many card pools memorized, I missed just two sets being out. I can't lie.
Yeah, it does make life easier, and honestly, looking at some of the other games that have made it big, being like, "Oh, hey, yeah, you remember this card from 1997, right?" I'm like, no.
Yeah, Magic's crazy like that. I play with some games, or I play some decks with 1995 cards in it, or 1997, 1999,
Cool.
whatever. Uh, do you prefer Premier, Limited, or Twin Suns?
So I prefer limited. I like doing drafts because, as you know, my ability to make a good deck is not the best. And I have done a little bit of buying online of individual cards, but not a whole lot. There are some that I'm like, oh, this would be really, really great for my deck. Let me look at it, and it's $20, and I'm like, I'm not gonna do it.
I would definitely look back at prices. One thing we're going to be talking about on Market Report this week is how there's almost no card anymore, except for Queen Amidala. That's $20 or more in the game, which is kind of cool.
Thank God.
Well, actually,
But
yeah.
yeah, it makes it a level playing field. I feel because it's more in the moment, saying, all right, we all have these full cards that we decided what we're gonna do. Sometimes they're good, sometimes they're not, and
I,
people are more willing to experiment. Where I'm like, strategize.
I do often find myself trying different leaders in draft and in sealed. I also fucking love gambling and cannot express how much I love that.
I haven't gotten there yet, but I'm working my way
No,
slowly.
no, 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 no. Don't get here, but it's a fun time when you get here. But don't rush your way here. So we kind of hinted on it a little bit. What decks are you playing right now?
So I always enjoy tribal decks, as I've found out they're called. So I do a lot of separatists. I do a lot of them. Um, I was starting to do a night deck for a while until they said that it was too good and banned it.
They did say that, yes.
But yeah, I like tribal decks in general that I can pull off. Big fan of the Clone Wars. Separatists did nothing wrong. That's
Listen,
the way to go.
the more videos that I've been watching lately on what the Separatist Alliance stood for, the more I'm like, damn, am I sympathetic to their cause? We've been lied to. This is crazy. It's like
You
North
should be
Korea. Wait, no, no, no,
sympathetic.
no, no, no.
Well, a little too far.
Yeah, a little too far. A little too far. What is your hope for the future of this game, or I guess hopes, just anything? Like, what do you hope to see, maybe?
Since I know we're going to get to it, but I know Twilight's getting phased out. Uh, Obviously, I hope for more Separatists. That's one of my big things because that's what really drew me in and kept me going. But outside of that, honestly, creativity with some of the mechanics. I like the new credit tokens, a new spin on how exploit should have worked.
Mm-hmm.
I think it'd be cool to see things like the Death Star becoming a base, having an epic action where you do something, blow up something like really cool.
So on those two pieces, the first thing, I really do believe at some point, I think it'll be the last set or the second to last set. We'll get some kind of Death Star card that is either an event or a base, like you said, or a unit, but with some giant payoff. But it will exist. But I think they're waiting till the end of the game to do something like that. For Separatist leaders, I have been thinking about this. I would be shocked if we didn't see one of the following in Lawless Time: either Wat Tambor, Newt Gunray, or one of the banking clan officials, because it seems to be a money kind of revolved kind of thing. So I would be shocked if we didn't get another Separatist
Ooh,
leader for you.
Stan Hill leader would go hard, dude.
Oh, would it? Yeah. Throw a credit
Okay,
token,
maybe
run
not.
away. Oh, great.
Create 5 credit tokens. You lose the game.
Ooh, I lose the game, you say, but I have credits. So I bet we can guess this based on all of your previous responses. What's your favorite set?
I'm gonna have to go Twilight, man.
It's a phenomenal set.
It's the most on brand, even if the cards themselves kind of missed collectively. Um, just the fact that I was able to play all the characters that I grew up with, on from the dark side, from the light side. Um, Obi-Wan was there, Dooku, all of my boys, the ones in the Clone Wars TV show, just phenomenal.
I stand by that it's my favorite set to draft and do sealed on.
Yeah, yeah.
And also,
I
the
also,
crazy thing is, if you want to do a draft with it, it is $30 for a box.
you see, superior set all around. It does not
It's
miss.
affordable. That's what I'm saying.
Outside of Twilight, though, like looking for a more broad answer, I have really liked Legends. I was a little iffy on the Force token, and it's kind of hit or miss, but the characters and the other abilities there really sealed it. And like I said earlier, I play Separatists and Night Sisters, so
Yeah. I was talking with Steve earlier today, and we're looking forward to next set because the force mechanic will be more relevant because we think the games are just going to end up going longer. Um, just because of based off what
yeah.
we've been seeing with more powerful creature or characters and whatnot.
I've seen like solid mix of like high power, low defense, and then or low power and high defense. That's been kind of interesting.
Yeah, I'm really curious to see. They said this is going to be a really good set to play with, and I'm looking forward to it.
Same here.
What is your favorite niche card?
All right. So when you say niche,
Yeah, I'll give you my example. Smuggler's Hold that I play in that yellow Tarkin deck where I put a 1/1 upgrade and I can ready a resource.
oh,
Something that most people never play, but like whenever you get the opportunity to put it in a deck, you're like, oh, this is going right in.
the first thing that comes to mind, private manufacturing. So you get to
Ooh,
draw 2 cards, and if you have a token on the board, doesn't matter what kind of token, you get to keep those. Otherwise, discard 2 cards.
I do
And
like
in
that
a deck
card.
where I'm constantly like, oh, turn one, I play something for one turn, and then immediately exploit it out for a three drop. I'm down two, so I need to ramp back up as much as possible, getting a bigger hand.
I like that. I like that answer. So, as a more casual player, what can we do to get you more involved in the community, or is it just simply a time thing with being an adult, as many of us all know?
It's largely an adult time thing because the community is solid and everybody's super chill. I always enjoy coming out on Mondays and getting my butt handed to me and occasionally being like, ah, but I had you there for a second, didn't I?
I had you scared, didn't I?
You had to sit down and think. Yeah, so yeah, I did something.
Yeah, we're talking about maybe doing door prizes in the future, just because that's one thing I had heard from a buddy up in Illinois, and that seems like something fun that would be like just like who doesn't love more gambling, you know? And you get fun things
Yeah,
at the door.
seriously.
Okay, so we touched on this a little bit earlier, and I know you watch Market Report. You're a loyal listener and a loyal viewer. As you are probably well aware, this is one of the cheapest trading card games to get into because of, like we had said, the singles market is so affordable. How do you feel about that as a player? Like, do you like that? Do you wish some cards were a little bit more expensive so that when you're opening packs you can sell them for more? You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you feel about that as a player?
Oh, 100%. So I think a little bit more background on me is that when you say I'm a casual player, the last card game that I physically played was Pokemon when it came out in the 90s. And so I have not played anything since. I've done like uh Duel Links for fun, Yu-Gi-Oh on my phone. And so coming into this, I was like, "Oh my god, they have a $60 card. That's ridiculous." And then I started talking to Magic players and realized, "Oh, a $60 top tier card's not bad."
Oh, dude,
um,
I was with this girl the other day that I've been teaching to play Magic the Gathering. She goes, "So how much is your collection worth?" I go, and I tell her a number, and
oh,
she goes, "What?" I'm like, "No, no, 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 no. That number is how much are in the decks I play with. This is the real number." And I thought she was about to rob me. I thought she.
saw the look in her eyes.
I did. I was like, "Oh no." Oh no, yeah, Magic's crazy.
Yeah, but like as a casual player, it's really great being like, "Oh man, I really wish I had another Malevolence. Oh, it's 35 cents. Perfect. I'll snag one."
I'm a big fan of the affordability of it.
And I wish I was to the point where I could be like, "Oh, I'm going to get rid of this card because I'll never need it." Like I have so many light side cards. Don't play light side at all. That are like holographic and hyperspace, and I'm like, "Oh man, this is really cool." It's mine though. It's not anybody else's. I'm not selling it.
Yeah, TCG player is kind of a pain to do too. Like I do it, but it takes a lot of time. It's probably not worth the juice it squeezes, but it gets stuff out of my apartment.
And that's the other thing too, because I'm looking at my collection, being like, "Oh, I have a little bit more than I thought I did. I need to make space."
I'm about to just buy another table. That's my solution. That might be the fix.
You see, there you go.
More
Solution to
space for
everything.
crap. So for Lawless Time coming up, do you plan to pre-order any?
As of right now, I'm kind of on the fence. I've been slowly watching some of the spoilers that have come out, and I'm trying to get a good idea. Most of what I've seen so far, there've been like one or two things that have been like, "Oh, that's really cool. I like that. I might come back to that." Um, but I'm not 100% convinced yet.
Yeah, I will be talking about my opinion on Market Report later this week. So we will see whether I will be pre-ordering or not. Do you think rotation is going to work, or do you think it's going to fail? And most stores will play an eternal format. This really affects you because a lot of your package is getting rotated out.
Oh God, yeah. Like following that other question, hey, are you going to pre-order this set? Well, if I don't, I'm going to be limited severely. Um, I don't know. Part of me, part of me does think that it's going to adversely affect the community because there are so many solid staples from the first two sets. And I think there are staples from the third set. I'm going to die on that hill. But in the same breath, it's kind of nice having no a super laser blast or
Yeah.
Luke Skywalker.
Oh,
That's the big thing.
oh,
If Luke Skywalker was
Andrew,
banned, I'd have been okay.
you haven't seen the new Super Laser Blast, have you, buddy?
It doesn't have a condition to it where it's
Oh,
not
it's
just, oh, hey,
worse.
pay this and everything.
Oh, it's
Oh,
worse.
God, never mind.
It's worse. It's same cost. It's red and blue. Defeat every unit. For each enemy unit defeated this way, deal 1 damage to an opponent's base. So not only are you losing your units, but for every unit wiped, you take a damage to your base.
That's true. But counter argument, I'd say up until Legends of the Force, how many red blue decks had you seen?
You know, that's very fair. Counter argument taken. No, I still don't see many.
Yeah, like once they got rid of Mother Talzin and Saber Throw, it just was like, okay, all right, back into the mix with you. We'll
Fair
figure you out
enough.
later. There's hope yet.
You've got, you know what? He's got hope. He's got a smile on his face. I can hear it. So
I do for
this,
now
this
until
is my
Ruben finds a
favorite
way.
question. This is my favorite question to end with. How do you feel that FFG is doing as a producer of this game?
So I haven't had the hugest track record with FFG. I started. I got introduced to them by a tabletop game called Star Wars Legion, and one of my buddies was playing it, and I had bought a bunch of stuff before they got bought by Asmodee, and he was like, "Oh yeah, yeah, this it's a fun game, but the plastic, the actual physical characters that you put together in paint, the plastics, it's not that great. It's kind of trash." And I was like, having no baseline, I don't. It looks fine to me. And then coming into Star Wars Unlimited, saying, "Oh, hey, this is an FFG product." I was like, "Okay, well, the only thing I know is that they're not the best quality necessarily. Their games can be fun, but their quality is not great, and I think that's what has hurt them the most between foils like curving, curling ridiculously, having double serialized cards. But when it comes to like balance of the actual game itself, I don't think they're doing too badly because they have banned, I think, 4 or 5 cards at this
Yep,
point. Is
correct.
that right?
Yep.
And then somebody who's coming from playing Duel Links as his most recent card game and being like, oh, well, this one's limited to 1 in your deck, and then 2 with like this one's completely banned, and it's like a huge number of cards, and be like, oh, great, I have a foil pot of greed. What am I going to do with that?
Mm-hmm.
So I
So
think they're doing a good job of like making it fun, a few sets notwithstanding.
agreed.
But overall, I think it may have been better in another company's hand.
Yeah, I wish. FFG is known for making good games, but they just don't support them well, which is what we're seeing.
Yeah. Now, here's a counter question to you. Because I don't know of all the other companies, what brand or company would you have rather seen pick up Star Wars Unlimited?
Would I rather have seen? That's
Cole
the
did not have time to
problem.
prepare for
There's
this.
not a good one in the space. Is the unfortunate issue. Wizards of the Coast has their own issues. Pokemon's producer has their own issues. All the independent card producers have their own issues. It's one of those things that I'm gonna bitch no matter who it is. It's almost similar to the video game industry. Like if it's EA, if it's Bungie, if it's Activision, you know.
Oh, God, yeah.
So I don't have a good answer to that, unfortunately. I would love for somehow Gabe Newell to control this game. Is that an option? That'd be cool.
I'll allow it. Yeah. Come on,
I'll
Gabe.
allow it.
And next week
Maybe
we
we'll
have
actually
Gabe
get a
Newell.
Steam
No.
version of this goddamn game. That would actually be my one thing that I wish FFG would do. That is what's holding this game back, not having an official simulator.
Oh, yeah. Because was it Petronaki Arena shut
Petronagi
down?
Arena shut
Or
down, and Karabast is not supported by FFG. You are not supposed to use it for gameplay.
and so it's really impossible for any like content creators to really say,
You're
"Hey,
supposed to
this
play
is a
with the
fun
cards, but
game.
that is
Check
correct.
this
Yeah,
out."
exactly. Which is crazy.
Oh yeah.
But thank you for being on, Andrew. We appreciated your wonderful perspective, your interesting thoughts, and do you have anything to tell the beautiful people out there?
Um, No, I just, let me win one or two. Dooku's the best. Exploit will work. You got to trust me.
There's a new base coming that might help you. It's like a defeat a token unit, and then you get some stuff. It'll be interesting.
Just in time for him to go away.
Just the time to make a Twin Suns deck, the best mode.
Heck yeah, man.
All right, well, thank you for being here, Andrew. Thank you all, beautiful people, for listening, and have a wonderful day. Bye bye now.